All right. Hey, welcome back. All right, Virgos. Virgos. This is a collective message. This is not about Virgo. It could be about a Virgo now that I've fumbled and said that. Who knows? But this is a collective message. It could be any zodiac. The big message here is Six of Cups. It is sideways. Do we have soulmates thinking about each other simultaneously? We do have the Taj Mahal here. Could give us a location of India, or it could be. Though I will say this: those cups are stacked down here, so I do want to point that out. We also have white tigers, which are quite rare, and there's just something here about the way, I don't know if somebody's doing like a cup stacking game, or if they work at a supermarket or something, and they stack items on the shelf. But this is a rare kind of soulmate kind of love. Somebody could really like maybe Bhangra music, or I'm very specifically thinking about like the Punjab region right now. I love Bhangra music, so maybe that's why it comes to mind, although I have not listened to it in quite some time. We've got the Mastery of Wands in the reverse, though. So if two soulmates possibly are thinking about each other, and this is a rare kind of love, and there's something very special about this, I'm not sure who the Mastery of Wands is yet, or this maybe isn't a person. Maybe it's the energy of like not feeling either, energized enough. Sometimes I can look at this as like my heart isn't, super energetic right now. I'm low energy at the moment. We've got the Eight of Pentacles, though. Could be that somebody's working on their ego, or that could be that their ego was significantly dented. Ooh, okay, everybody's ego was dented. We just got the Mastery of Cups in the reverse. So although we have a feminine on this card, just know these are both masculines. As always, our storylines could be any gender. That part's always irrelevant to me, because, of course, we all have yin-yang energy within us. So it's just a side note, though, that we have two kings, both in the reverse, even though one of them technically is a feminine. We may have a fire sign, and we may have a water sign as our two soulmates here. What is it that they're both needing to work on? This looks like two people both got really bent out of shape. Three of Cups, Four of Cups in the reverse. I don't want to lose you. I don't want to lose you either. I don't know if these two are talking about this yet, but it does look like two people are like thinking the same thoughts, right? This sucks so bad. What I would really want to do is see if this can be stitched back together, because I'm not ready to let you go. I'm not ready to lose you. And I feel like that is the energy from both of them. They both could feel really down over this. Now, in a karmic cycle, perhaps as well, perhaps they both contributed to, maybe not being their best selves. It just feels like two people are both experiencing the same energy of, but I want you back. I don't want this to be over. Now, let me reframe this, though. Let's say this is two individuals who have had their own separate situations that they've been with karmics, and, they're ready to break away from karmics and repair their lives. And they've both been inspired to do that because they have encountered each other. We could be looking at, you give me reason to improve. You give me hope that there's a good reason I'm not with my karmic anymore. You give me a purpose to say, okay, there's better people out there that I could match with and be happy with, because I caught a glimpse of you, and it makes me think that there's something real about you and true, and it's not a disappointment. In fact, it's great that I'm not with my karmic anymore, and I have a second chance at meeting somebody, and maybe at some point I could try dating you instead. We could have two people thinking that about each other as well. I'm not really sure which route to take this yet, because obviously we have a lot of different ways, as is always true. All stories could go a lot of different ways. Okay, Nurturer of Wands upright. But we definitely see the energy of sexy, empowered, phoenix rising from the ashes. I'm thinking we got at least the divine feminine is over here, turning herself into somebody repairing herself, feeling sexier, feeling more empowered, feeling like this is the year I definitely, and we have the Nurture of Cups. Okay, by the way, now we have two feminines. So we've had two masculines, now we have two feminines. Again, I think that just speaks well of, again, that yin yang balance within each of us. We have a king on a queen's card this time. And here we have a feminine on the queen's card. So I definitely think now we can commit to the storyline. The storyline is we have two people who've both probably been through hell and back, been in, karmic connections where there were cycles that they needed to learn how to break. And I'm not saying that their exes were total villains, right? Sometimes we meet people that help us to learn things. But when we're done being on that, merry-go-round, and we decide to make a change, that seems to be when our life moves forward again. That's when we get excited and we feel like, oh my gosh, wow, I feel lighter and brighter. This was good for me to, finally come through that big lesson. And now I'm kind of noticing that there's somebody out there that's real beautiful, real attractive, real handsome, real great, somebody that I definitely want to work on myself, repair whatever things I need to in my own self after those karmic exes, because I'd like to see, I'd like to see what happens with this new soulmate. This is almost more like two people who are both attracted to each other, neither of whom is quite ready to jump into a pursuit of one another, but they definitely know brighter days are ahead. This is like we're seeing the storyline before a new relationship begins. We're seeing two people aware that they've got better things to look forward to. Let's go with this deck. Since it's all about brighter things, let's go with a really colorful, really beautiful deck. 10 of Wands, yeah. So they're definitely, they could be 2 months out from being ready to start pursuing each other or start, really talking or really communicating or really flirting with each other. They may be, still a distance away. And I say that because we have the 8 of Pentacles and then we go to the 10 of Wands. So the difference of 2, right? And granted, we got different suits here, but still, if they're both aware, I'm working on myself a little bit. I would love to see where things go with this new person. But for right now, I just need like maybe another, like 60 days to just take care of some stuff in me, make sure that I've got, my aura is cleansed. I'm not still, dealing with any of the crumbs left over from what I went through with my ex. I really want to be whole again. And I think that that's how they're both approaching. So I do get a very strong, like 2-month window before this new potential relationship could begin. 7 of Swords. What's the 7 of Swords about? We may have the divine masculine going like, I could start talking to somebody new now. 2 of Cups in the reverse, Moon in the reverse. No, it's that this is actually really sweet. So we started out with kind of saying, okay, our divine feminine over here seems like she's in the, I'm aware I'm a phoenix rising from the ashes. I'm feeling better about myself. I'm feeling, attractive. I'm feeling sexy. Want to hear you say my name? Is that Beyonce? Or with Destiny's Child? No. Yeah. That's got to be Beyonce. Whenever you feel your energy, I feel a funk coming over me. Got me feeling so crazy. Oh God, sorry. That song it's in my head and I can't quite grasp it, even though I can hear the beat of it. Okay. Anyway, carrying on. We see her saying, I'm aware that I'm dusting stuff off. I'm feeling better. I'm excited to know that there's somebody else that's on my mind, somebody else that I wouldn't mind looking at him or her, whatever gender. I'm actually attracted to them, and I think it would be really fun to start talking to this new. I'm ready for the new pretty soon. Pretty soon, I'm ready for the new, a new soulmate, and he's looking really good. Now he, meanwhile, is kind of like in prayer position, and he's in this this cup energy, this emotional, like, I'm really cleansing, doing some Reiki. I'm really, getting myself all calm and balanced, which is awesome. But he seems to be lying to himself about one thing, which is like he doesn't already know that she's really, really, really important. He doesn't want to jump ahead and be like, oh my God, I'm crazy about her already. And I barely even met her. All I've done is, like eyeballed her, seen her. No, I'm not about to say that she's a Two of Cups. I'm lying to myself saying look, who knows who she is to me. But I think that he already knows. I think he may already be in love with her. But again, better not. There are times when it's good to lie to ourselves and say, no, I'm not going to jump to a conclusion, even if I know what the conclusion is. I'm going to let things play out. I'm going to not, like leap ahead and say, this is going to be wonderful. This is going to be fabulous. I can already tell I'm in love with this person. I think it's probably, especially considering what they've both already been through, I think it's much better for him to say, I am not about to give a huge title to someone that I haven't even started dating yet. I'm barely out of, a cycle with an ex. And yes, I see her. I'm interested in her, but I'm not about to claim that this is, going to be the end all be all, set myself up for either heartbreak or confusion or anything like that. But it is kind of, I think it's super understandable. And I think him denying maybe what he already knows about how important this connection could be, I think it is reasonable. Let's put it that way. Not all Seven of Swords have to have negative connotations. Is it a lie? Yes. But I see both of them are like, can we just say I could see being friends with them? Now, she seems to be more attracted to him right out of the gate. He seems to be head over heels with her, but no, I'm definitely like going to not leap ahead, even if my soul already identifies her. Instead, can we just be Six of Cups? That much I can commit to. I know this is somebody who's really important to me. Six of Cups, Six of Cups. I think that's a better way to begin. Six of Cups can be anything from, pals, friends, family. We can love that person the way we love a friend. We can love that person the way we love a family member. It does not have to have romantic connotations. Or it can be the kind of, I think soulmates are the ones that we like really go through, many lifetimes with, and building that bond of like trust. And this is somebody I can, laugh with, learn with, grow with, love. That's awesome. I'm going to learn stuff with them. And I think that it's nice that both of them want to approach it this way. Universe, do you have a message for the two of them? Because all of this feels like manage expectations, keep it calm, keep it smooth, handle things slowly. And when you're both ready, don't embark on some hot-headed romance. Just take it one step at a time. That's great. Universe says, okay, but I'm just going to point out, y'all have some spicy feelings for each other, okay? You can keep that under wraps all you want, but you already know you like them. There's the Knight of Wands is like, yes, but there is passion. You can hide it. You can keep it kind of in the shadows, but you guys do know that when you look at each other in 2 months now, when you start talking, you know that your eyeballs are going to tell the bigger truth. And it's not just that I want you, it's that we're on the same page. This is the Two of Cups. It's kind of sweet because the universe is like, yeah, that's fine. Just go ahead and just chalk your wild attraction that you have to each other. I think these two are going to have some amazing eye contact. I think that they always say the eyes are the window to the soul. I feel like these two are going to be having some pretty significant, like reading each other's minds, whether they want to or not just about passion, but they may be trying to discount it as that. Be like, I think it's just, well, they're really attractive and I'm really attracted to them. No, it's so much more than that. These two have a sense, I think, that they're supposed to be together. I love, again, the fact that they're going to take this slow. This storyline started out with two people, both of whom have only recently come through cycles that they broke. And they're just now saying, okay, I'm really glad my life continues on. I'd like to meet somebody new. I noticed that individual. They're really attractive. I already have like something, alerted in the back of my brain. It's like if we have a little, warning alarm system that says somebody special has just crossed my path, crossed my radar. I already know they're important to me, but let me not jump ahead in the timeline. I think it's going to take about 2 months before maybe we start to really start talking. But the universe is kind of chuckling, saying, well, as soon as you guys are eyeball to eyeball and start to talk, it's going to be quite apparent that it's a lot more than just frenzies. This is a really important couple, and this is the right time for the two of them to meet each other. Universe, how are these two going to meet? Or, I mean, this picks it up as if they already know, they already are aware of one another, but there hasn't really been investment or connection. King of Swords, Judgment card. And there's that Phoenix rising from the ashes again. I don't know, maybe Phoenix is important, Phoenix, Arizona or something. We've got that King of Swords, and he's all tattooed up with the dragon tattoo across his whole body, which represents our dreams. So I could technically say maybe these two have first encountered each other, like almost in the dream space. Like I've dreamed of you. I love that song by the Cranberries. I think it's called In Dreams. Oh, my life is possible as it seems, because you're a dream to me. Oh God, I can't get the lyrics without singing it. And obviously I cannot hit her notes, so we are not even going to attempt that. But such a great song. This feels like there could be a dream state, or that the two of them, there could be distance here because the King of Swords is up in the sky. So this could start out as two people, connecting to each other through the internet, or they both start to return to like pursuing some hobby, some dream, some goal that they have. I mean, heck, maybe it's an archery class. Maybe they like bird watching. There's something about the sky here. But I'm not going to put it past this to be a situation where it's like, okay, I'm finally coming back. Like maybe I'm trying online dating again. Maybe I'm resurrecting my old profile, or maybe I'm just getting back to, interacting on social media again. I mean, social media can be great. I kind of feel like, again, these two have some kind of distance. They've obviously spotted each other, and I think they gravitate toward each other long before they start to like really talk. But I feel like they already know right out of the gate that person is somebody important to me. I'm gravitating toward them. Can I see anything else about how they meet? 5 of Swords. That 5 of Swords, I don't know if there's going to be some kind of like one comes to the other one's aid or something, in like a dialogue, a conversation, showing support for one another in some capacity. But we do have all of the ancestors. At minimum, all the ancestors are coming around and like providing protection, but also pushing this thing forward. 5 of Swords is usually about, hostilities and such, but this is about protection on this particular card. That's why I almost feel like one or the other is going to have each other's back. That could be the initial way that they interact, but I would still argue that they have seen each other or know of each other first, but they just haven't had much opportunity to interact at any great depth or level, at least not for like the next 2 months. And then things begin, dialogue begins. And I kind of think that's all she wrote. I think that once they begin dialoguing, these two I think it's going to be pretty obvious that there's something really, really important here worth pursuing. According to the universe, there are 2 of Cups. So nice story for these two. You guys, thank you for being here. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing.